This is a speech. This speech from the president of the United States, and he's not addressing the United States. He's addressing the entire world, and he makes a statement about for the first time a something on Earth is able to stop its own extinction. And I have questions about that.
We are faced with the very gravest of challenges. Armageddon, the end of all things. And yet, for the first time in the history of the planet, a species has the technology to prevent its own extinction. And everything that can be done to prevent this disaster is being called into service.
So what's the question?
The question is, so he makes a statement of for the first time, a species is able to prevent its own extinction. He says he has the technology to prevent its own extinction. And so my question to you is, this is a movie, but in the real world, have we made technologies to prevent our own extinction? Like, are we actually doing this?
I mean, so first off, the technology is to stop our own extinction in terms of like, that's the reason for the tech. I don't think we do that very much. But I think there's a lot of tech where we're making it for one purpose, but it doubles up as an extinction preventer.
Oh, maybe we're saying the same thing.
Oh.
Okay, so my example, topical, was virology.
Okay.
Right? So there could be a virus, easy to imagine, that sweeps across the planet and then all humans are dead. Heck, I mean, coronavirus run around the entire planet. Corona-19, although it wasn't like extinction level. But in Europe, there was the Black Plague in whatever century, which killed like a third of the people or something like this. Like it really devastated people. And so I could imagine with a plague like that, but maybe 3 times worse, so kill everyone, right? If we don't have the virus technology, or I guess the antivirus technology that we've figured out, that could sweep across the planet and kill everyone. So the fact that we've encountered viruses and figured out antiviral stuff, like mRNA vaccines, vaccines at all, right? Like we don't have polio anymore. Gosh, polio didn't kill everyone, but imagine if it mutated enough to where it did.
So I see what you're saying. So they're definitely like an epidemiologist or a virologist. Some significant portion of them are thinking of these like doomsday scenarios and coming up with prevention measures, which is directly science and technology preventing our extinction. But then there's like NASA things where they're sending up rockets and probes to Mars and to Venus and to Jupiter, which can then double up as extinction prevention if an asteroid comes towards us. But they're not actually doing it for that direct purpose.
I mean,
so I think we have both
yes
types.
And no, right? Like an important part of us colonizing the moon and Mars and other planets beyond that is that if there is a planet-wide problem, all of humanity is only on this one planet. Like we're super fragile to big things like that.
I see. So I guess each individual scientist may have those kind of apocalyptic motivations, but when they're presenting it to the funding agencies, they're not going to be like,
"Oh yeah. You're going to sound crazy if you do that." Even if it's not intentionally, like purposely, like I'm working every day so that I can save humanity from an extinction. Like, it's still technology that progressed us forward.
Sure.
I mean, heck, gosh, all of our global warming technologies that we're actively working on right now. What is that? It's one, so people can live comfortably, sure, but it's also so that we don't get runaway greenhouse effects and greenhouse gas effects, and then end up like Venus with this 800 degree Fahrenheit temperature, which in Celsius is 1600 something like that. It is a lot, and it's just certainly not livable by humans. And so it's a very slow process as far as we can tell right now, but it is an anti-extinction behavior. And yes, evolution may be able to do something about that. There'll be some winners, some losers. Some animals will be toast. Some animals will be heat tolerant. But that's not a guarantee that humans can evolve quickly enough to keep up with greenhouse gases.
Right. So we're going to become a multi-planetary species coming up here pretty soon, maybe.
Yeah.
and we've got anti-global warming, climate change technologies coming down the pike. So,
and we do things like GMOs, genetically modified organisms. I think that's though, and we do that for crops because we need to feed a lot of people. Now, I guess if we didn't have that, then people would have a hard time feeding. Like, there would be lots of famine, there's lots of starvation, but not necessarily an extinction. It would just, the population would be very small. But if crops were not heat resistant, not drought resistant, you might get extinction level events.
Yeah. I mean, I guess most things are not going to be completely extinction level events. They're just going to be like 90% of the humanity is toast. Like,
ooh, boy.
It's not extinction level. We'll survive. It'll be a bottleneck. But it's not extinction.
I hope that 10% left in that bottleneck is able to understand all of the technologies that we've made today. Otherwise, we could be back in the dark ages.
Right. I think global warming is one of those. It's not going to kill everybody. It just has the potential to reduce the population substantially if mismanaged. But I don't think it would kill everyone. I don't think so.
I wanted it to be a positive tone. the positive thing is that
it's not killing everyone. What do you want?
That's okay. That's true. Okay. Some things we are progressing in technology. We are figuring things out. We are defending ourselves against extinction level events.
Yeah, in many ways we are. That's true.
We're good.
Yeah.